Okay, let's dive right in. Today we're looking deep into the life of Michelangelo Buonarroti, often called, the divine artist. Our mission here is to really try and understand what drove his incredible success and maybe pull out some surprising lessons his, complicated life offers us today.
It's so important to get this from the start. Michelangelo wasn't born into some easy situation. He arrived in 1475, part of a Florentine patrician family, sure, but one whose finances were really declining.
Right, they were struggling.
Exactly. And his father was strongly against him pursuing art. He saw it as a mechanical job, basically manual labor, totally beneath their status.
Wow, that's quite the hurdle right at the beginning. But it seems like the calling was just too strong.
It really was. He even joked about it himself, saying that growing up in Sedignano, this village full of stone cutters, he drank milk mixed with marble dust, like it was fated.
Destiny in a milk bottle. So that early connection to stone was key.
Absolutely defined his path. Started formal training around 1487 in Ghirlandaio's workshop. But the truly game-changing move happened pretty quickly after that.
Which was?
Joining Lorenzo the Magnificent's household in the Garden of San Marco. This wasn't your typical apprenticeship. It fast-tracked him, put him right in the mix with top thinkers, absorbing Neoplatonic ideas, seeing ancient sculptures up close.
An incredible opportunity. But wasn't there conflict, too? That famous story about his nose.
Ah, yes, the fight with Pietro Torrigiano. Got his nose broken. It tells you something about his temperament, even then. A certain, shall we say, intensity.
That intensity definitely carried through. You see it later in his battles with patrons, right?
Yeah.
That same kind of competitiveness.
Oh, absolutely. It sort of set the stage. And when you look at his achievements, they are just staggering. The Pietà finished before he was 25.
Incredible.
It basically cemented his reputation overnight. It was so perfect, people apparently doubted he had made it. So he famously carved his name onto Mary's sash.
And then the David a few years later.
Right, 1501 to 1504. Became this huge symbol for Republican Florence. And then, of course, the Sistine Chapel ceiling. I mean, the sheer physical feat of that, let alone the artistry.
Not to mention his later architectural work, like designing the dome for St. Peter's.
Exactly. But he wasn't just producing masterpieces, he changed the whole approach.
You mean his philosophy, the idea of taking away...
Precisely, de levare. He believed the figure was already trapped inside the block of marble. And his job was simply to, liberate it.
Free the statue within. That's a powerful concept. And it connects to how he operated, doesn't it? His almost entrepreneurial side.
Yes. This is such a key lesson, I think. He was an entrepreneur of his own talent. Take the Pietà again. He actually went to Carrara, selected and bought the huge marble blocks himself before he even had the final contract signed.
That's incredible confidence. Or maybe incredible risk-taking.
Both. It was using his own capital, betting on himself, to secure the commission and control the quality. It's a remarkably modern way of thinking for that time.
And that attitude, that self-belief, let him kind of dictate terms later on, like with the Tondo Doni painting.
Right. The story goes he demanded double the agreed price because the client hadn't paid promptly or appreciated it enough. He put the value of the creator, the artist, above the client's budget.
That must have made him difficult to work with sometimes.
Family. He was known for being irascible, prickly, often worried about money. But here's the contradiction. Despite constantly fretting about finances, when he died, they found a huge amount of hidden cash, a secret stash, a tesoretto, like a prince's hoard tucked away.
Wow, so he lived modestly, even austerely, while sitting on a fortune.
Seems so. Likely focused on securing his family's future, rebuilding their status. It shows this deep, maybe anxious focus beneath the artistic genius.
That anxiety, that hidden side, does it come out in his other work? His writing, maybe?
Very much so. His poetry, the rhyme, is quite revealing. It's intense, often quite austere, heavily influenced by Dante. He writes a lot about love, death, sin, salvation, wrestling with these big themes.
Is there a line that sort of captures that lifelong struggle, that dedication?
There's a line from his later poems that feels fitting. He's addressing God.
Yeah.
Di giorno in giorno insindami prima anni, Signor. Soccorso tu mi fusti a guida, onde l'anima mia ancor si fida di doppia, e delle mie doppia affanni.
Can you give us a sense of that in English?
Roughly. It's like, day by day, since my earliest years, Lord, you have been my help and guide, so my soul still trusts in double aid amidst my double troubles.
Yeah.
It speaks to that reliance on something higher through all the struggles.
Double troubles, double aid. So, wrapping this up, Michelangelo was this incredible mix, wasn't he? Divine talent, but also deeply complexly human, a real testament to the power of a single, determined individual pushing against everything.
Absolutely. And maybe that brings us to a final thought for you, the listener. Think about his unfinished sculptures, the non-finito, those figures struggling to emerge from the stone. Did he stop because he physically couldn't take it further, couldn't improve it? Or perhaps, did he stop because the inner turmoil, the epiphany that drove the work, had maybe lessened, leaving the struggle itself captured, forever visible in the marble? Something to think about.